Just give me my apology, and this will all be over. Stay the fuck out of my life.
Might do that, but I can't make any guarantees that...
Unless there's a guarantee, I'm gonna bring the shit.
Fine, I'll give you an apology, but anything else, I'm not gonna stay out of your land.
No, that's not good enough, because you'll just do it again. There's nothing keeping you from doing it again.
But why did you have to go into something very valuable?
Because I've had enough of your bullshit. I've had enough of your bullshit. And I've also got to establish that I am not to be messed with.
God damn it, this happens every time. Every fucking time. This is why I stay up for days on end. The nightmares always come and torment me. But then they start bleeding into reality and I've got to go to sleep so I can get somewhat of a break. I will say though, it's been a minute since I've been of her. You know, it's been almost 3 years since. It made sense why I had them then, but like it doesn't make any sense now. Why? Like, yeah, the cottage may have been found, but I got the fuck out of there before I could be thrown into a prison. Shit, I'm doing it again. My past is bleeding into the present. I wasn't gonna be thrown into a prison because there was none to put me in. Like, yeah, he may have threatened me about it, but that was just a bluff. I called it too. And even if there was a prison, I was never put in it. So either way, it wouldn't have been anything like how it was then. You know, it's not like, it's nothing like how it was then. Yeah. Well, unless I've been followed. But that wouldn't make any sense because they wanted me to leave. They all did. I was nothing but a thorn in their side. I made sure of it. And even if anyone tried, they would have gone bored because I haven't been doing anything. Well, I have burnt down a few forests because I need a feed, but like, that's no different than a lion eating a gazelle for a meal. But yeah, that's a little fun fact about us demons. We feast upon the evil in the world. I'm half demon though, so it's been watered down to just, you know, mischief and destruction for me. But it's still most definitely a thing. It also has an intoxicating effect when people get involved. I don't really know why, but I do know that the aftermath of binges low-key take the fun out of it. You know, I've got to deal with not only a nasty headache and barely being able to keep actual food down, but also with the people I pissed off. You know, the consequences of my actions and all that goodness. But yeah, I wasn't lying when I said this shit's in my blood. I genuinely can't help it. Sure, I don't have to feed off of people specifically, and I really shouldn't, but what else am I supposed to do when a bunch of people just went and burnt my home to the ground? Just surrender and let them take everything from me? God, no! Where's the fun in that? No, what's actually fun is making them just as miserable as I am. Sure, I'll lose a few things in the process, but it's nothing I actually care about. Those are all locked away, hidden somewhere safe. You know, I'm good at hiding things. But unenchanted diamond tools? Those are fine. Those are most definitely replaceable. You know, that's why I took those diamond hoes in the first place. But apparently it warranted the entire destruction and vassalization of my nation. Well, I did kind of steal a little more than just those diamond hoes and basic villager trades. Yeah, I may or may not have robbed Trenicles' armory, but I only did that because he betrayed me. You know, I think just about anyone would do that if someone cost them an entire war, and their shinies too. I just don't really like talking about this part though, because falling for a betrayal, you know, that's low-key embarrassing. And it's also quite the pain to explain that I did this before I decided to reform, because, you know, that was an entire different thing. Before, like, you know, I took those villager trades for the pawn shop. It's a mess. But yeah, I did this before I reformed. In fact, I did it the day after. The day after I lost the Cave Wars. Yeah, the day after I lost the Cave Wars, I went into Longbridge and robbed Trenicles' armory because he has an armory. Well, had. You know, I'm not going back. So I'm never going to see that again. It wasn't necessarily the best move, but like, you can see why I did it. You know, it's justified. You can say it's justified. Yeah, I thought everybody else would somewhat understand, but boy was I wrong. Actually, no, I wasn't entirely wrong given the fact that they only really gave me shit for those villager trades. But yeah, after I robbed just Trenicles, I was feeling rather nostalgic and decided to reform to go back to the good old days of Eclipsia. Well, you know, try to reform at least. I'm not really good with the whole people thing, because I kind of spent my entire childhood in a lab and never really, like, you know, learned how to interact with people, so, like, yeah. But we're not going to talk about that, because that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. It's in the past, you know? There's nothing I can do to change it. God damn it, that's not fair! That's not fair! That's not fucking fair! That's not fair! fair. You're supposed to be giving me a break right now. That's how it goes. You stay confined to my nightmares and I go back and forth between them in reality. But of course you, out of all people, would play dirty. You just love doing that. Just stabbing people in the back when it's most convenient to you. You know, I may be many things, but at least I'm not a liar. Are you on about the lab again or something? There's nothing I can really do about that one, man. And I tried to face it when I wrote about it in one of my journals, but even then it was too much. How the fuck am I supposed to do it now with you messing with me? Do they all know about the lab? I know for a fact that he knows, given the fact that he used it against me. But I really don't know about the rest of them. Ah, fuck, I don't want to think about it. I can't. I already had my little moment last night, you know? I really don't want to have another one so soon. Ah, fuck this, I'm burning down the forest. I'm feeling rather hungry all of a sudden. God damn it, these fuckers are back again. I mean, it does explain why it feels like a million eyes are watching me, but why now? Why? Why didn't you come back in Eclipsia? It doesn't make any sense. None of it does. Can't you just go? I'm trying to eat here, and I'm not gonna lie. Y'all are low-key bringing down the mood. Don't you have other people to haunt? Other things to do? Surely there has to be somebody out there who's at least try to kill you, right? Nope. Fuck this. I'm done. I've seen this before. I know better. I told you I'm not doing this today. I've got better shit to do than wallow over what I can't change, like feeding so I can actually face you later on. But no, apparently that was just too much to ask for. Typical. You've never cared about my situation. You just show up and ruin my day regardless. Well, showed up at least. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a minute since I've heard from you. I low-key thought you left me. Damn, was I wrong. Why now? Why did you come back now? Why not back in Eclipsia when everyone left me? I may not like you, but having some company then would have been nice. You know, it might have even let me actually reform, something you wanted. Or at least said that you wanted. Did you even want me to change back in our home dimension? Because if you did, tracking me down and throwing me into a prison is a really weird way of showing it. You only made things worse by doing that. You single-handedly undid all of the progress I made in my unofficial exile. That's not an answer! You're just trying to throw me off now! You always do this! You always say shit to get a reaction out of me when I'm getting too close to figuring out something you don't want me to! You know what this is? This is you refusing to accept the fact that you fucked up by bringing me back! If you had just left me alone and moved on with everybody else, I would have been able to get a grip of my chaos and adjust to the society that you and everyone else wanted! Well, not yours, given the fact that you're just a power-hungry tyrant, but the one the community wanted. Peace! And neither are you! I may have been the one who destroyed everything, but you were the one who made it possible! You were the one who wanted to break me! And you did! That's why I turned into that thing and... Fuck! You know what? Whatever. Just forget it. Forget it. There's no use in arguing with you. You've never wanted to understand, so you're never gonna understand. All I've ever been to you is just a villain, and that's all you ever see me as. Because everyone needs a villain in their story. And name a better creature than a demon to play that part. I'll wait. If I'm a monster, then that makes you some sort of mad scientist because you're the person who turned me into one. Because at the end of the day, I may have fucked up time and time again, but I was still trying to change for the better. I wanted to change. You destroyed that when you threw me into that prison. Ha! Stay mad! Stay mad! You know I'm right. This is your fault. You turned me into that monster. And I warned you time and time again that you were playing with fire, yet you still were shocked when you got burnt. Well, more like incinerated considering the fact that it killed you. I think you get the point. Oh, you really didn't like that one. You really didn't like that one. What's the matter? Did I touch a nerve? Do you not like the taste of your own medicine? Good. Choke on it. As much as I want to, I can't. Not right now, at least. You know, I'm still unstable, and I'm not taking any chances of returning to that thing again. Oh, you have no idea how close I got to that when the cottage was found. That's the entire reason why I left. Well, I'm nowhere near people right now. And the only thing I really can destroy is the forest and my little camp. But I still have blueberry bubblegum on me though. Well, I could just hide them. You know, that should be easy enough. I'm good at hiding things. The only thing that I'm actually missing is a journal to write it down in, cause the likelihood of anyone following me here is practically non-existent. But I'm not taking any chances. Oh, and I can burn it too. Yeah. You know what? Fuck it. Fine. I'll face you. All I ask is just a day or two to prepare. That's it. That's all. And if I go against that, I don't know, you'll get to torment me for the rest of my days. Sound like a deal?